Alright, Doc Jones here, folks. Sorry it's been a while. It's been about a week since I've done a video, and that is due mainly to emergency oral surgery that I had to go under this past Monday morning. I had to go in. I had a lot of swelling, had an infection, had to get rid of most of my teeth. I knew the time was coming to probably get rid of the teeth, but it was unexpected as to when this was going to happen. I don't want to go into too much more of it, but I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get on here and give y'all some more informative prophetic news. But folks, just going to get right to it. There's a lot of news. I'm sitting back just seeing so much devastation and stuff still going on in our nation and our world. Down here I live about 2 hours from Atlanta, Georgia. We've had floods, we've had storms down here, we've had a snowstorm hit us back on the 8th. We have had heavy rains. And so, yeah, it's been a little hectic down here in the southeast. We had that solar wind on the 5th and the 6th. So, that solar wind, though, that's coming from our sun, solar activity, sun's activity, the possible celestial objects activity. You can check out Wages World and some other people's channels. Check Wages World out, y'all. I'm serious. Check him out. It's a good dude. He will give you the information you need to know about all kind of frequency levels, what the sun is doing, a lot of things celestial that's going on, the news about the viruses and stuff. Check him out. Good dude there. But anyway, so that solar wind hit us on the 5th and the 6th. That gave Antarctica 65-degree temperatures. You may have seen that. Now, that's happened maybe once before, a few times before, but not very often. But yeah, 65 degrees in Antarctica is unreal. We did have some 6.2 quake in Indonesia. That was back on the 5th, a 6.0 in the Philippines, a 5.3 in Japan on the 6th. But I gotta keep on going, folks. But yeah, I'm just looking at some news, some stuff that may be going on. We're looking at a possible supernova from Betelgeuse, and Betelgeuse, y'all know, it's near the constellation Orion, and it's dimming. Scientists and folks have been looking at this, and it looks like we might even see a supernova soon, maybe this year, next year. They said it would be real bright in the sky, almost like as bright as our moon. It won't affect us, it looks like, but it'll be very interesting to see in the skies. I've also looked, folks, we're talking about Yellowstone a lot. Everybody knows, most everybody would know about Yellowstone, the super volcano. Well, we're even looking at another super volcano in Utah that's 30 times bigger than the one in Yellowstone. So, more things to just be conscious of. We've had a lot more 5.0 quakes this week, strong 5.0 plus quakes. We've seen a quake just right at the top of our North Pole, which is very rare. But okay, so folks, this morning, this is a little bit of news. It's just coming out. Some people's channels are just now starting to give some information on a meteorite that crashed into India, and it fell into a factory compound in India, and it left a 20-foot deep crater in the ground. It looks like no casualties or too much devastation, but it left a 20-foot deep crater in the ground in India when this meteorite hit it just a few days ago. Not sure the exact time on that, But you can look, you can look. There's a little bit of news on that, but you can check that out and see. We're hoping to see some more. We really don't have like many images yet of this meteorite. There's a couple videos of it seeing falling out of the sky. We're waiting to see if there's going to be some more images on this meteorite. Okay, folks. So also, I've been looking into Israel and some of their military inventions. And Netanyahu was just speaking. This may have been earlier today, may have been yesterday, not quite sure. But Netanyahu was talking about the terrorist organization Hamas. And he was saying how that he's got a surprise for Hamas. And that this is he goes on to say, as talking about Israel, we've got a surprise. It's something different from anything that anybody has ever seen before, that maybe Hamas has ever seen before, that maybe none of us have ever seen before. Because apparently what some of us know, and you can look into, is that Israel now has laser weapon technology. Now, I'm sure there's probably some other nations and stuff out there too that have it. But for the little nation of Israel, to help protect themselves, they've got laser weapon technology. So I'm not sure if this is to do, maybe he's going to break out the laser weapon technology that Israel has on the terrorist group Hamas. Now, there's other terrorist groups besides Hamas out there. And that just came to mind when I saw him being interviewed and he mentioned a surprise. Folks, there's other stuff. Now, you got Turkey raging war in Syria. There's more, and I'm going to go in my next video that hopefully I'll do very soon. There's more information coming out on the Trump peace deal, the deal of the century. Because Kushner was at the UN yesterday, and the meeting was only supposed to be like an hour, and Kushner spent over 2 hours at the UN with the UN members talking to them about the deal of the century. This is Trump's peace plan that he unveiled back on the 29th, the political side. And so the UN members, some of them were being interviewed when they were walking out of that conference, and they looked interested. They looked like they wanted to see more of this deal. It's like 181 pages, y'all. So, Abbas, that's, the president of Palestine, him and Omar, they got together and they were discussing the deal and stuff. So there's stuff that's going on, and y'all, there's another thing, really. I mean, with this peace deal, this peace deal is different from all the other peace deals involving Palestine and Israel. And one of the main differences of this peace deal is that even though maybe Abbas and Palestine is not agreeing to this deal, Israel looks like they are. And after the Israeli elections in March 2nd, and they hopefully get that worked out, the plans in this peace deal will start going into effect for Israel, regardless if it's signed or not by Palestine. So, and we're looking at, even if say Abbas does not sign this deal with Israel, with Netanyahu or Benny Gantz, whoever wins the election in March 2nd, hopefully we'll have a winner this time. This will be the third time. But we're looking at the security of Israel. That's very important, as well as Palestine. But the security for Israel, they're looking to annex, and some of us know this, some folks understand this. They're going to annex the Jordan Valley, as well as the West Bank areas, just where the Jews are living there, several 100,000. So the wheels are in motion, even though Palestine and Abbas is rejecting this deal. All right, folks, there's so much more. I've almost gone about 10 minutes, and I'm just barely skimming the surface of the information that I need to feed to y'all. But I'm going to be coming back at y'all because, we've got, we had the total solar eclipse in 2017 across America. Well, we've got another one coming 7 years later in 2024, which is just 4 years away, another total solar eclipse coming over our nation. What is, what are some of the meanings behind this? What is maybe a meaning behind this? 7 years later, another total solar eclipse over America. So I'm going to be getting into some of that really soon. I'm going to be getting into some of the Pope's agenda pretty soon. I'm going to be getting into Sweden and what they're doing with the microchip, the chip, the RFID, the mark of the beast. So we're going to look at that too. We're going to look at resolution 2334, and I hate to say it, but I feel like I'm going to want to speak on that just for maybe a minute or two on my next video. So, y'all, I've got so much stuff to let you know. But, y'all, just one more thing before I let y'all go. Read Matthew 24. Just read it through very carefully, because as you read through the first part of it, that's the exact things that are going on in this world right now. Matthew 24, as well as the book of Revelation, book of Daniel, book of Ezekiel. We can go on, but just Matthew 24. Keep it simple. Read Matthew 24, and you will see the events that are unfolding before our eyes every day being unfolded and prophesied in Matthew 24. That's when Jesus is on the Mount of Olives before he went to the cross to be crucified, talking to his disciples and revealing to them the events of the last days. All right, one more thing too. We are so filled with the cares of this world, and it keeps us from really getting down and seeking God and understanding him better and his word better. But we become burdened with the cares of this world, and we got to set these cares of the world aside. Possessions and all these worries and all this stuff. I know there's a lot of stuff going on. Just set aside the cares of the world. Find you a nice quiet place and meditate on the word and pray. Seek God's face. If he says, if you knock at his door, he will open the door and he'll let you in. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Hold tight.